afternoon, everyone. We're going to start today's special meeting. Please stand to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as follows. On August 4th, 2026, notice was sent to the Home News Tribune, Star Ledger, Tappan to Linden, and the Clerk of the Municipality. By state law, there is no smoking permitted in this building at any time. In addition to the listed items in this agenda, this Board of Education may discuss and act upon other items not specifically referred to here and as is allowed at the regularly scheduled monthly board meeting under the Sunshine Law. Roll call.
Mr. Campo.
Yes, present.
Ms. Cintron.
Present.
Mr. Halloran. Ms. Scalia. Ms. Pino.
Present.
Mrs. Deweese.
Present.
Ms. Armstead.
Present.
Dr. Berghammer. And Ms. Thomas.
Present. At this time, we'll move on to comments from the public. Members of the public desiring to make a public comment may come forward at this time. For those watching online, if you wish to make a comment or ask a question, please utilize the raise your hand feature on the online meeting platform. Please begin your comments by stating your name and address. Individuals are invited to speak on one topic at a time, and no individual will speak more than once until all individuals so desiring have spoken once. The public is reminded that to ensure the efficient and orderly operations of the meeting, members of the public will be limited to speaking on agenda items for 3 minutes.
Hi. John Kaiser, Linden. Hi, good afternoon. Usually used to being at the nighttime meetings. So just for some transparency and understanding, there was a regular meeting 2 weeks ago. There's a regular meeting in 2 weeks from today. Can you just tell the public what the importance of today's meeting was, why it had to be at 12 in the afternoon? What was it?
Well, the first is that this was availability for the board members to be here, and we have resolutions on there that has timestamps that needs to be approved from the board before the next meeting.
Okay. I read through them. I'm just wondering which ones exactly, which one was the most pressing that you had to do today?
Well, I don't think it's pressing. It's all of everything that's on there that we put on, especially again with the timestamp. So we have, the agenda has what was sent in from each department, and as we're proceeding forward, there are, one of the things I know in our, John, is there anything in finance that we have to put on there? I know that we have, I know education, we have a partnership with a company that is going to be helping out with our chronic absenteeism, and so we need them to get on so that we can begin that process with communicating with them. We also have the naming of the building, which has to be sent to the state by a deadline, so that all has to be on the agenda as well.
Okay. I promise you, I'm just not trying to be combative or whatever. I'm just saying, you didn't know these dates? Like, these dates are known between the two meetings? Like, you just found out these dates?
Well, when we acquire a new building, that it requires documentation to the state, so as we're filling out the paperwork for the state required state thing, yes, they just gave their deadline was there.
Okay. I see on here something about the pre-K. Is that about what's the opening tomorrow, or no?
You have to be more specific.
Oh, the Sprouts tomorrow, that there's an opening. No, it's something completely different. Can I ask about that?
Sure, I'm unclear what you're asking, but go ahead.
No, I saw something about a pre-K. I know they're opening.
On the agenda.
Yes, it mentioned pre-K something, pre-K 3 somewhere on here. But I guess is that the Whitfield one?
You tell me
Yes, you said,
specifically in
okay.
the education report, is that, or somewhere else? Just, if you go to this specific item, I can.
I got it. I was just scanning through it. It's not that important. My question is tomorrow for the opening. I know that I see Linden's logo plastered on it for tomorrow's opening. Is that in connection? Because that was a private facility, correct?
Tomorrow's grand opening for Sprouts
Yes.
is that we have a partnership with Sprouts, and this has been a 1.5-year project with them acquiring a location to expand our pre-K program.
Right.
And so that it's now up and running, so that's what that grand opening is for, to expand our pre-K 3 and 4 program.
Okay, I mean, that's always a good thing, we need space. So when you say a partnership, like kids are going to apply to Linden schools and you're going to suggest that they go to, no?
Okay, so when I say our external providers, we have 3 different external providers for our pre-K program. For the last 5 years, we've been expanding our pre-K 3 and 4 program because that's what the state has required, that districts open up a pathway for our 3 and 4-year-olds because the benefits of being in school. So we have Sprouts, we have Little Leagues, we have Building Blocks and Aldi's. And so each year we're expanding our number of available classrooms. So we already have students enrolled in this program because our numbers for pre-K continues to grow. So this building is now open and available, and it's already filled with students who've registered in Linden Public Schools.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is there anyone online?
Yeah, we have one.
Okay. Hello? Is there a name?
Christine, but I think she just left, unfortunately. I don't know if she's here.
Hello.
Hello, Christine?
Yes. Hi. Yes. Good afternoon. Apologies. I didn't realize that I was off mute. Good afternoon, everyone. Really appreciate the call today. I apologize. I won't be able to say for the length of it. I am calling in between meetings at work. Just wanted to confirm, I think someone had mentioned about the pre-K program, and I know that there is a facility opening in Winfield Park. I was actually surprised by it, and maybe unfortunately I'm not able to make every meeting. But my daughter is actually going to be going to the Winfield Park School starting this fall. We were looking forward to her to go to School 10 because our other kids have gone to School 10 for the pre-K 4 program. So this was really taken by surprise by us, just being open, also taken surprised by some of the teachers after speaking with them as well. So just wanted to know, like, when I guess this decision was made for such a for this facility, sorry, for the pre-K 4 program to be moved outside of the school, because it does create a small inconvenience for those parents, especially if they have students currently in the School 10 program, which I do. As well. So I just wanted to understand that a little bit. If you can take a few minutes, and once again, I apologize for not having information from before, but once again, I'm one of the parents affected, so I wanted to get a little bit of light on that, if that's cool.
Sure, no apology needed. I'll hand it over to Dr. Perkins.
Thank you. And can you share your last name?
Sorry, Orekie.
Okay, right, is that recorded? You have no record, okay. So,
Okay, yes.
So it was late spring, right, John, that we learned that this facility was open. First, so there's 2 things that happens with why we are reaching this population. A, the enrollment in Linden has increased, and we have pre-Kers that are here. We have each year we see the number of pre-K 3 and 4 students coming into the district, and they are currently on our roll. So each year we have to continue to expand classroom space. Our current buildings all are filled because the program has a cap of 15 students per classroom. Also, when we're creating those classrooms or have those classrooms, they have to be filled through a specific criteria. For example, for the square footage of the classroom, and also the resources that's available to students, such as toilets and sinks. They all have to be in compliance with what the state mandates. So while we learned of this building, in addition to our student enrollment starting in the spring, we need classroom space for additional programming. Our special education population students, that has been increased as well, and there's a cap of a number of students in those classrooms. And so when we were able to acquire this building, the board approved this building in May, April? June. And so that's that timeline that you're asking of. How did it come about? But more, I want to make sure that if you have any additional questions about the why is because of student enrollment, and that the classroom space has to be in alignment with the state guidelines to meet those needs. And so that's how Winfield came about.
Okay, perfect. And then just a follow-up question on that. And I know that, once again, it has to be to capacity, but was the thought ever considered about also just having a facility, a separate for kind of meeting the students' needs? I know you mentioned about their special needs. Has that building been considered as one that would be just for that, if possible?
Well,
Oh, I'm phrasing the question, okay.
Okay, great question. So we're in an inclusive environment, and so we
Right.
cannot have a specific building for a specified population. They have to be exclusive, and I will say that just this population of Linden City in itself is increasing with students, and so we're meeting the needs of the students who are in our district.
Okay, thank you for that. Really appreciate. Do I have time for a second follow-up question? Not on this, but something regarding uniforms.
Yes.
Okay, so we just wanted to confirm, are uniforms being enforced this year as well? It was great last year. My kids obviously had to go through it, and I thought it was really beneficial overall. So just really wanted to know, and I know that the schools had them available. We were able to pick it up. Is that going to be the same for this year, or is that changing? I do think that it's so convenient to be able to pick it up from the schools. And so I just wanted to get some more information on that.
So your first question is, are we continuing with the standard modes of dress policy? Yes, we are. And that policy is online. We also have on our website a tab for the dress code that has the information of what the items includes. Your second question, just for clarity, you're asking, are parents going to be permitted to pick up uniforms at the school?
Yes, I believe, sorry.
Okay, so last year, the board was able to provide 4 uniform tops for all students. And we've shared throughout the year that was just a one-time purchase. So each school does have programs where they're doing the exchange of uniforms, but as far as a specific, to answer your question, is the district providing tops for students? The answer is no.
Okay, so you said that some schools are providing an exchange program, so the ones that are old, you can give it in and you'll get a replacement for it for a fee? Is that how that one is working?
I don't believe there's a fee involved, but each school,
Okay.
all of the principals did share that, yes, they are working with their PTAs to develop that uniform swap exchange.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Right, you're welcome. And can you just spell your last name so we can have that on
Yes.
record?
Absolutely. O as in orange, Rekie.
And your address?
706 Midvale Place.
Mitchell?
Midvale.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else on it?
That's it.
Anyone else in the audience? At this time, we are going to move on to the education report. Is you prepared for that?
Joe's on, he's muted. Can we unmute Joe Garcia to?
Got it.
Hi, Joe, can you hear us?
I can.
Okay, so we'll go into the attorney's report now.
I do not have copy of the report
Yeah, it's a memorandum of agreement between the Linden Board of Ed and the City of Linden for the assignment of Linden police officers to sporting events for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you, John.
So looking for a motion to approve the resolution MOA. Respectfully ask for a second.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Campo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Mrs. Ruiz?
Yes.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
And Ms. Thomas?
Yes. Thank you. At this time, we will now move on to the education report.
Education Committee, upon recommendation of Superintendent of School and Superintendents is present for following the motion, Linden Board of Education. Respectfully, I approve items one, two, one.
Just
and
one.
two. Huh? Just
Item
two.
one.
Item one, item two. Item one. It's two items, yes, it's two items. Yeah, it's, the book and, Tomasi, right? I was thinking for a second.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Campo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Mrs. Ruiz?
Yes.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
And Ms. Thomas?
Yes. At this time, we're going to move on to the personnel report.
Okay, all right, I'll leave it now. You can put it on. Personnel Committee, upon the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools and Assistant Superintendent, presents the following motions to the Linden Board of Education for approval. All appointments and reappointments are contingent upon and may be modified based on student participation and the district's receipt of sufficient state, school aid, and other revenue funding. We're asking for a motion to approve items 1 through 6 and respectfully ask for a second.
Second.
Any possible discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Campo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Mrs. Ruiz?
Yes.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
And Ms. Thomas?
Yes. Thank you. At this time, we move on to the finance report.
The Finance Committee, upon the recommendations of the Superintendent of Schools and the Business Administrator, Board Secretary, present the following motions to the Linden Board of Education. I approve items 1 through 9, and I respectfully ask for a second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Campo?
Yes.
Ms. Cintron?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Mrs. Ruiz?
Yes.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
And Ms. Thomas?
Yes. Thank you. At this time, we will move on to the buildings and grounds report.
There's just one amendment for Resolution 2, the time to Saturday, 8, it should say Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., not 8 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Number 2, item 1, 8 a.m.
As Saturday.
Okay. So the Buildings and Grounds Committee, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools and the Business Administrator or Secretary, present the following motions to the Linden Board of Education for approval. Items 1 through 3. I respectfully ask for a second.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Campo?
Yes.
Mrs. McDonough?
Yes.
Ms. Pino?
Yes.
Mrs. Julius?
Yes.
Ms. Armstead?
Yes.
And Ms. Thomas?
Yes. And now we'll move on to the Planning and Policy Report. The Planning and Policy
Or
Committee. Oh, I thought you still did one. Okay, so we're done. So then at this time, we will move on to comments from the public. Members of the public desiring to make a public comment may come forward at this time. For those watching online, if you wish to make a comment or ask a question, please utilize the raise your hand feature in the online meeting platform. Please begin your comments by stating your name and address. Individuals are invited to speak on one topic at a time, and no individual will speak more than once until all individuals so desiring have spoken once. The public is reminded that to ensure the efficient and orderly operations of the meeting, members of the public will be limited to speaking on items for 3 minutes.
John Kaiser, Linden. So, I'll just say to this board what I say to the city council. I'm not here talking to you, I'm talking with you, And, obviously I'm running for Board of Education. Ms. Thomas, I don't know you personally, Ms. Lisa, I don't know you personally, I don't know the other woman, Ms. Kalia. And I'm not running against any of you, I'm running for the city, for the students, product of this school system, I love this city. Moving on past that, you underscored a huge problem. The mayor for the past 10 years has been pounding into us that these big buildings aren't providing any children into the school system. We know that's a lie. He said they're for dates, dual income, no kids. It's just ridiculous. Sunnyside now, all the single-family homes are being converted into 2 or 3 families. They're renting them out. This is where the influx of kids are coming from. This is why we need new schools, bigger schools, new locations, going to schools out of the city. These big buildings are under pilot agreements. They don't pay any money into the school system. Huge problem. And then he's going to tout this year that there's a no tax increase. We know it's all smoke and mirrors. He's basically, you don't go from a 9% tax increase the year before and then 0 in a re-election year if you're not fudging the numbers. So he cut everything this year, all the festivals. You'll see there are none in the summer. No overtime for DPW, which is why the services are down. That's a conversation for another day. So it's tough to me because, I'm grateful for the Linden school system. I have a special needs stepdaughter, and she was in school 2, special needs program in school 8. I love the people. The teachers there are awesome. They deserve a raise. But my stepdaughter had to be moved out to a great facility in Plainfield. And we're grateful. We still work with the caseworker for Linden Public Schools. But those classes they need more teachers. Those classes are just, there's too many students in there. I don't know how the special needs teachers are doing it. And a lot of them just gives us a look like, they know their backs are against the wall. So this is just a systemic problem. I'll give you some numbers. You can check these. Between 2000 and 2015, Linden's population grew by 2,200 people. That's less than 150 a year. Since Mayor Armstead took over between 2015 to today, the population has grown by 4,500. That's about 450 per year. So you can't tell me that the population is not growing because of these huge developments and because of houses being converted into many families in one, which is illegal rentals is what it is. So, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your summer, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Is there anyone online?
Yes, Kalia Williams.
Kalia?
Yes. Hi. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Well, thanks.
This is Kalia Williams. So I'm also the newly secretary for the Linden High School PTA. So thank you for approving the back to school flea market that we have on the agenda. I just also want to point out that the time is wrong. It says 8 p.m. 1 second, let me just pull it up real quick. It says 8 p.m. to Oh, I think it was just updated. Okay, it said at first 8 PM to 6 PM, but now it
It
says
did,
it's
it
corrected.
did.
Yes, okay, thank you so much.
No problem, thank you.
All right.
Is there anyone else online?
No, there's not.
And at this time, the board does want to congratulate all of the new hires, and thank you to the board for taking the time out to come and allow us to do this. So we are always happy to welcome people into the district, helping us put children first and moving the district forward. At this time, I will ask the board, is there any new or unfinished business that you'd like to discuss? All right. At this time, I'd like to make a motion to conclude this afternoon's meeting, and you guys get back in a few minutes. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. We were all ready to go. I saw everyone getting out of their seats. Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Campo.
Yes.
Ms. Centrano.
Yes.
Ms. Pino.
Yes.
Mrs. Solis.
Yes.
Ms. Armstead.
Yes.
And Ms. Thomas.
Yes, now, meeting adjourned.